Good morning. It's a pleasure to see you, Dr. Nova. I believe no one is streaming right now, so I saw an opportunity to do a rare stream. All are welcome in the Earlverse. Fans, detractors, trolls, bots. I do look pretty good today. This is Bedhead looking good. I'm like the black guy and Enter the Dragon when the other bad guy was saying to him, "It is defeat you must learn how to cope with." And the black guy says, "Man, when the time comes, I won't even notice. I'll be too busy looking good." Sup. I do like this blue. It's a very rare Aviator Nation promotional jacket. The New York Rangers did very well at the trade deadline. The Los Angeles Kings, I will be in attendance tonight, did nothing at the trade deadline. I mean, literally nothing. But that's okay, you know. Sour milk. What's up? What podcast were you listening? Dr. Nova. Somehow with that line, Dr. Nova, I have a feeling you're the Chicken Man Brennan's burner account. My girlfriend lost 30 pounds at the gym. The machine ripped her leg off. See, that's the legendary open mic Los Angeles comic Gaylord Dingler. The first person I ever managed to meet at the Comedy Store. Let me show you this jacket. A little stripe there. I did not go. Here's a little scoop for you guys if you like Aviator Nation. They do a lot of promotional items for TV shows, golf tournaments, and as many of you know, or maybe none of you know, there's Aviator Nation in the house. One of my favorite recent TV shows of the last couple years was Animal Kingdom. And because Animal Kingdom was on TNT, they had AEW wrestlers wearing their special Animal Kingdom hoodie. So I have a source close to the bone that knew they had like 100 unsold Animal Kingdom hoodies at the Malibu branch. And she procured me one. I mean, you know, I'm going to need some super chats to pull out the hog. I have one guy on Twitter harassing me to show him my dick pic, but he's like, "I'm not gay." Okay. I mean, what straight man wants to see another guy's dick? I don't do that. Maybe I'll start an OnlyFans and just put up one picture. What if I made like, I do have moles everywhere. Nothing happens in Los Angeles without me knowing. And everyone in the LA comedy world tells me their secrets. Do you know how many people I could burn down? I'd have 1,000 people in here right now if I started telling secrets. Big and small, baby. Big and small. I know women who sleep with famous comics who tell me all the dirt. All the dirt, babies. No, I have a few moles, but, you know, we won't get into that. Just a Monday, a casual Monday morning stream. I mean, I actually don't know the real Epstein list, but I do find it funny that Michael Jackson was on it. Apparently, Michael Jackson went to Jeffrey Epstein's Palm Beach estate. And I don't think people really realize the historical significance of that. The two greatest pedophiles of all time in one room. I mean, that's like LeBron and Kobe having dinner. And I'm sure Michael Jackson took one look around and was like, hey, and then a voice deeper than mine for once, where are the dudes? I mean, yeah, she's 12, but I'm not into that. Now, if she had a pee-pee, but I'm the bad guy for joking about it. I did a Harvey Weinstein joke the other night, and like the audience like booed me. I'm like, okay, great, lovely. I keep it real, which is why I only have 10 people in here right now. But you know what? That's okay. There's no dabbling in here. We're a positive stream, and the trolls are welcome. I don't mind. You won't. I'm like Stallone in Lockup when he looked at Donald Sutherland and said, "You won't break me. You won't." I've been in the game way too long. Hey, I'll take 10, 13 real people. Hit the likes though, man. We only got 3 likes. There we go. There we go. I mean, people ask me, uh-oh, maybe I'm getting trolled. Maybe someone has hacked my internet. Like Max Caster. My Wi-Fi is at full capacity, so what up, John Doe? We got a lot of members in the house tonight. Thank you very much. This morning. I mean, I have one guy on YouTube. He keeps leaving these comments like, "You're not funny. You suck," and he's begging for me. I can tell just by how he's writing the comments on the videos. He wants me to engage with him so he can go into a back and forth. And he thinks I'm going to delete the insults. I don't. Leave them up. I even hit the like button. And that's where I come into play. I know it's killing him. Because that's what trolls want. They want your attention. And when you don't give it to them, it's a real mind fuck. So, I don't know, dude. I don't really respect trolls. Because trolls deep down, they're jealous of what you're doing because they don't have the balls to do it. I might not be the funniest comic in the world, but I would love to see some of these trolls try and do an hour at the Comedy Store on a Saturday night where I'm following famous comic after famous comic after famous comic. You wouldn't last up there for 3 fucking minutes, brother. So, but hey, I don't really, when you have a small stream, and I'm late to the streaming and super chat world, you take everyone and you just deal with it. So I might, breaking news, the Daddy Man might make his mothership debut this Thursday night. Wheels are in motion. And you might see me and the legendary Brian Holtzman on the same stage, brother. So we'll see what happens. So if you're in the Austin area Thursday night, go to the ship. Just for one night. Well, I'm not in the same tax bracket as Joe. So Joe flies private. I fly first class. Always have and always will. I can't sit in the back with the pores. So we'll see what happens. It's not 100% confirmed, but let's just say I've started looking at plane tickets. So we'll see what happens. Well, it's not confirmed, but, I mean, back in the day, today, and always in the future, baby. Um, I don't have a body to sit and coach. It's just too uncomfortable, man. Now, I could probably wing it going to Austin because it's only like a 2.5 hour flight, but, I don't know how people fly coach to, say, Australia. Like, god damn, or Japan, or even the UK, which isn't really that long of a flight. So I think it's about 9 to 10 hours to Heathrow from Los Angeles. But I also don't know how the people who fly first class. I mean, I think first class to Australia, I looked into it once when I wanted to do the festival. It's like 10 grand. Like, that's crazy. Now, if you're Segura or Kreischer or Joe, mm, well, I mean, Chris, I don't like to get into the politics of others. I don't know uh, who is denying the Holocaust, but I don't get into other people's politics. Yeah, well, Colt, you get over yourself, Colt C. I don't care what Corolla does. I care what I do. I know a lot of rich people who fly coach. You know, some people just like it. No, man, I can't sit and coach. There's nothing wrong with sitting and coach either. I just, I need to be, I have a certain level of treatment I need for me to get on an aeroplane. Well, I mean, Dr. Nova, I don't tell people who's funny and who isn't. I, I'm sure there's plenty of people who don't think I'm funny, but a lot of comedy is just being a good salesman. You got to sell it. Um, so, oh, Jay Santos and Colt C. Let's roast. Egid is Jewish. Yes, Egid is Jewish. There's no doubt about that. So, and technically, I'm Jewish. My mom's last name was Weinman. So there you go. But I was raised Catholic. I was an altar boy. I wasn't molested as an altar boy, which is kind of disappointing. And hello, see, I'm giving you some early morning humor. I mean, I just woke up, so I'm not really. Adam's one of my good buds. He was the man who passed me at the Comedy Store. I mean, it's pretty even, Dr. Nova. Unfortunately, I've seen the pic. I think during my first paid set as a regular at the Comedy Store, Adam knew I was nervous, so he said, "Earl, what time? Can you tell me what time it is on my phone?" I looked down, and there you go. I've done the same thing. I mean, I know I have an open invite to headline the House of Comedy in Scottsdale, but no plans in the foreseeable future. I mean, for me to leave Los Angeles, it's got to pay really well. And Pam, I am a legend in the Earlverse. Say hello to Saint Ranger, please. Um, so that's why I identify with being Catholic more than being Jewish. I mean, like I was never went to temple or. Yes, it is, but it's right up there with the Skakel dick pic. And if you haven't seen the Skakel dick pic, yeah, but what did Jim have to do to get those wrestling photos? Hello. By the way, Jim Florentine is on the Inappropriate Earl podcast. Listen to it wherever you listen to podcasts. And there's only two places, the operation known as Apple Podcast and SoundCloud. I used to direct people to SoundCloud, but now I just go on Apple Podcasts, and it is on YouTube as well. I believe it's one of the rare episodes of Inappropriate Earl that is in video form. Thank you very much. And there's a few Inappropriate Earls that were in video form. Let me think. Nick Kiprios, the NHL player and hockey broadcaster, all the ones I did with Chad Zumock. Uh, and Dr. Nova, you are an interesting person. I believe you are the Chicken Man's burner account. You guys tweet in the similar diction. I'll find out who you are. I have sources everywhere: Google, YouTube, the Comedy Store, the Mothership. Now, you might think, Earl, how do you have sources at the Mothership? You've never been there. Doesn't matter. I've got sources at the Stand in New York. Nothing moves in comedy without me knowing. The people that I could burn down. I could have 250 people in here right now, all super chatting me. Tell us the dirt, the secrets. But I don't. You are a soldier from Indiana, part of the O'Neill Army. I was in the Army, the KISS Army. Hello. I wasn't like great friends with Louis, but Louis was the financial backer of the Ian Bagg talk show, which I was a writer on. So I've been to his home a few times. Funny story is the first writers meeting we had for the Ian Bagg show was at someone's house in the hills, a really nice house. All these awards all over the place, but I couldn't see. So I didn't know whose house it was. And I look over in the kitchen and Louis Anderson's in his underwear. And he calls me over. He's like, "Who are you?" And then he's eating ice cream or something. And we go into the bedroom. Now, be cool, be cool. And he sits on his bed and he starts asking me about comedy and all that. And then he has this really bad look on his face. I'm like, "You all right, Louis?" And he had to take a shit. So he said, "I'll talk to you later, Earl." And then I heard him taking the doo-doo. And it was like that opening scene in Saving Private Ryan, the noises I heard coming from that fucking bathroom. The Pork Report stream, back in a few. No problem, Dr. Nova. Or do they go live on Mondays at 10:20? I mean, Pam, it's a friendly stream. Oh wait, Google Gemini Blackberg. That's. I'm just gonna call you GGB. What do you mean? Rest in peace, Yoshi. Oh, you make the Pork Reports clips. Well, my schedule's a little irregular, to be honest with you. Like Sunday nights are probably my flagship show, and then, I started just experimenting with going on after MLC, 4 p.m. ish my time, and then, here we are, 10:20 a.m. and oh, I thought you meant my friend Yoshi. Sorry, I got a little weird there. I don't really follow Japanese wrestling too much. I'm starting to now because so many of my favorites wrestle over there. Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, Jay White, the Bullet Club. Um, so I have the BMIS play. Yeah, what's BMIS? Hey, come on now, Lars Ivar. That's out of control. No, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't know how to stream snipe. And even if I did, I wouldn't do it. I'll leave that to the pros. And people might find this stream boring or whatever because I just talk. But, I don't think it's that. Like, this is a show. And now it's a show about nothing or stream. But I don't rely on stream sniping other people. I've never spoken to Brian McCarthy. I don't know him at all. Well, it's a big world out there in the MLK programming. I don't know what that is. Yeah, no, I mean, I saw Bassroot and the King of Pancrase. But like when someone asked me a question. Sorry, I forget who it was. Let me see if I can find the question about Dylan. Sorry about that. I prefer AEW. Rarely watch WWE because to me AEW is very fresh. Like all the matchups, MJF and Jay White, never seen it before. This Wednesday, big business. Uh, this Wednesday in Boston, the rumored debut of Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Monet. Show me the money, honey. Jay White against Darby Allin. I think um, I will say that on Collision Saturday night, the Elite, the new Elite with Okada as the leader. Great match against three jobbers. And they really put over Okada as a dick. So I can't wait because I've never really seen Okada wrestle that much. I don't know what you're referencing, Cold C. Well, I'm a skakel. We have our own problems. Uh, but, I just like talking to the fans because I think the stream sniping. Oh, okay, I see you. The stream sniping, to me, it's very repetitive. It's like we get it, Stuttering John, Chad, Kevin's angry, Melton is this, Steel Toe is that. I mean, it's been that for literally 2 years now. So, um, you know, that's just not my bag. Skakels are given carte blanche at Bohemian Grove, the Bilderbergs, the Illuminati, Skull and Bones. We have a VIP. We have black card. We have secret cards that allow us entry into anywhere we want. Trust me on that one. I've been to the Playboy lingerie party where there ain't no dudes allowed. Been twice. And I knew that it was a good party when the first person I saw was Vince Neil. Because Vince ain't hanging out with dudes. DJT, you got to spell names out here. I don't know who TDS and DJT are, man. I just woke up. You got to spell it out in the chat. I can't decipher the code in the stream. Earl has been beyond the ice wall. I've been in some very dark holes, but that's all right. You guys can live vicariously through me because I speak for the unspoken. I'm a voice of the voiceless. My voice is very deep this morning. Let me check and see if I have any voiceover auditions. This is when you get them. This ain't Wind Talkers. Spell it out for Earl. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what Wind Talkers is, but if William Zoom says it, Trump derangement syndrome. Okay. Donald John Trump. I mean, I voted for Trump in 2020. I'm kind of embarrassed that I did, but hey, what can I say? His financial policies benefit me, but I'm not voting this year. I just can't. I mean, it's literally voting for either guy is like, hey, do you want AIDS or herpes? Neither. Thank you very much. Earl has been Trump. The repetition and dabble dud reminds me of going to school. I was quite bored. Well, you can, Boulder Johnny. Oh, okay. Thank you, William. Well, my cousin Robert, he's kind of flaky. I'm not gonna fucking chase my cousin. This guy's got fucking 3% in the polls. I'm trying to help him. Doesn't have me on the comedy show as Jeremy Piven on his comedy show over me. A guy who's kicked out of Hollywood for multiple accusations, and I can't get 10 minutes. And then Piven bombs for 20 minutes. Everyone bombed on the show except for my friend Erica. So, yeah, wake up. Jay Santos coming in hot from the Drudge Report. I used to love listening to the Drudge Sunday night show. It was so funny to me. It really inspired me to write because Drudge was like the original internet troll because he's gay in real life, but I don't think a lot of his fan base knew. So he would like almost say homophobic things to get the callers going, not realizing, and the callers didn't realize, yeah, we found a fellow homophobe. It's like, no, you haven't. He's gay, you dummy. It's kind of like Kevin Brennan. Like, Kevin trolls the trolls, and they think by super chatting him $5 to say he sucks, they're hurting his feelings. Nuh-uh. He's a master at the chat. Well, I mean, they do say that Robert Kennedy Jr. was on Epstein's plane like 4 times. And I think Robert Kennedy tried to cover it up by saying, oh, yeah, I was there for duck hunting in Idaho. Okay, Southwest doesn't go to Idaho? Shit. It's all right, AC/DC. It's going to be a quick stream, an hour or so. I think Melton's streaming at 11. So, I like to, I direct people to other streams. Very few people, I guarantee you, say, hey, Earl's streaming, go to his stream and support him. But, I don't care, man. I'll support people who don't support me. By the way, thank you to all those who came to the Comedy Store Saturday night, which was none of you. But it is a membership perk if you are ever in Los Angeles. We can take a picture by my name on the wall. We can hang out in the back VIP bar. I'll walk you through the kitchen, and people will be like, who's that with Earl? What happened last night in chat? Explain to me. Let me just look to see if I have any voiceover auditions. I don't have a producer, so I can't miss. When you have a voiceover audition, if you're like 1 minute late with it, they don't care. You don't get it. So I have to, this might not be terribly exciting to you guys to see me going through my emails, and I did not so far get a voiceover chat. The mayor here. Hello. Oh, well, see, it's very nice. I'm cool with Ray. I think we're doing Hackamania together. He asks me from time to time to come on to his stream, but I don't go on anyone's streams in the dabble anymore. Because, with all the stream sniping, they start talking shit about me. It's like, hey, I'm just a guest here for free. You want to troll me, pay me, baby. Although it's all good, Pam. Well, I'm not up in Northern California too much. I mean, I've played Cobb's Comedy Club with Rob Schneider. I've done the Wells Fargo Theater with Rob, and someplace in Santa Rosa too. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shady things going on in politics. I mean, I'm sure there's like a double blacklist of the Epstein, goings on at his Palm Beach estate in the island. Was Clinton on the plane like 27 times? What the hell do you think he was on that plane 27 times for? Trump was on it a lot too. Come on, man. People from both sides of the aisle were getting their pee-pees played with 14-year-olds. Kids, for God's sakes. But I'm the bad guy for joking about it. Oh, they're all awful people. Gavin Newsom, that guy's a fucking scumbag. Wants to be president of the United States of America. He can't run fucking California. Let's get him in. I mean, Pam, you're up where Newsom's located at. He's a Northern Cali guy. Like, go to San Francisco and see what the country would look like. Hold on. Colt C, $1.99. Consider yourself trolled, bud. Thank you, Colt C. Money's money. When I go into Citibank today and cash that $2 super chat, they're not going to say, was this from a fan or a troll? Money is money, honey. Oh, Gavin Newsom's the worst, telling us all to put masks on and social distance. But meanwhile, he's at the French Quarter, a table full of 12 people, packed in as tight as the Last Supper. No one's got a mask on, but I'm supposed to stay home and mask up. Shit. Yeah, I will say RFK Jr. was at both my parents' funerals, and he worked the room, man. That was 1998. I lost my mom in January, dad in March, and RFK was at both funerals. Worked the room like a politician. They all blow, Michaela. And now it's funny to me. You've got MSNBC showing tapes and CNN of Trump slurring his words and talking gibberish. And then you've got Fox showing Biden slurring his words and talking gibberish. Do you really want either one to be woken up at 3 in the morning? Hey, there's a nuclear war going on. We got to launch. Who would you trust more with the codes? Cursed sporting events. Maybe the World Series was it 91 when the A's, when the earthquake happened? I think Dave Parker was on second base. Cursed sporting events. The Super Bowl with the Jets, I believe, where NBC put on Heidi. Yeah, what happened in the 73 Indy? I'm assuming some crashes, some people died. I was an AJ Foyt guy as a kid. Yeah, it was 89. I'm a huge Dave Parker fan. So, I think he stole second base, and then right as he got to second base, the earthquake hit. Who, Trump? I don't think Trump's on TRT. It was just, who was it? AJ Foyt. Obviously, Richard Petty was NASCAR. I think the Wallace brothers. He does look pretty ripped for 60. I work out every day. Yoga, weights, and I lift a fair amount of weights for someone my age who's never done steroids or anything. And even I have a bit of a belly, and I can't work out anymore. I literally cannot work out and supplement anymore. So, but I refuse to take TRT or anything like that. So, it's not illegal. I looked into it for a second. But then the guy was like, you can take this and you'll be like 20 years old again in terms of like your sex drive. And, thank you. I do like my hoodie, to be honest with you. I'm not wild about the color, but it is a kind of a rare hoodie, if you will, from Aviator Nation. But I used to squat in my heyday, and this was before I knew I had a torn ACL. 595. Now my form was a little wonky, to be honest with you, but I got it up. I did parallel squats at 595 with a torn ACL, not realized till the early 2000s. I'll do it again. This is my wardrobe today. I don't think there's anything on the back. Is there something on the back here? I don't even know. Whoa. Bumped into my expensive mic. Sorry about that. Oh, wow. I didn't, that was right before. I think I really started watching the Indy 500 maybe around 75. Cum stains on the back. You got to super chat me to say that shit, man. Let the good times roll. Good times roll. I love the Cars. Great band. Not quite the same after Benjamin Orr, died, but I did see the 4 out of the 5 Cars play the Palladium. No bass player. They just had Greg Hawkes, the keyboard player, program the parts. And I got to be honest with you, I liked the album they did with Todd Rundgren, the new Cars with Prairie Prince on drums from the Tubes. Oh, okay. I've never looked at the um, back, and then they did a new album. They had a good song called "It's Too Late" on it. Well, who told you that, Cold Sea? That sounds like something Joe would say. I mean, the Cars' first album is a flawless, one of the great debuts. I would say my top debut albums: The Cars, Guns N' Roses, and Boston. Um, and then, I mean, Heartbreak City, they were blowing up, but I also don't think they got along that well. I think Benjamin Orr had a problem with everyone thinking Ocasek sang all the hits when really Benjamin Orr sang probably more hits than Ocasek did. But when he was dying, they got you want to get sad if you're in a good mood. Watch the last video the Cars did. It was an interview where they all knew Benjamin Orr was dying, so they had they just put their differences aside, and like the other guys kind of look the same, a little older, and then Benjamin Orr is wearing, I think, a Cleveland Browns jersey because he's from Ohio, and he looked like a fucking skeleton. Now I'm straight, but Benjamin Orr was a good-looking fucking guy, and so it's really sad to see, like, he was. I think he died like maybe a week later. So, um, yeah, I mean, I'll have to YouTube the '73 Indy. I haven't tried peptides. I mean, I take aminos. I take, some. I do take a testosterone. I don't know what you would call it, enhancement. You can get at vitamin shop. So it's for me, it's really just placebo effect. Um, Nick DiPaolo's most jacked senior comedy guy. Yeah, I mean, I would say the most jacked comics over 50. I would say, Nick. I mean, obviously Rogan. I don't know how old Carrot Top is, but he's pretty jacked. I mean, I'm not jacked, but I think I have one of the better bodies of comics over 50. I love Michael Sweet. He's probably about the only guy who can hit Brad Delp's vocals. And he gets a lot of shit. Oh, that's the guy from Stryper. Well, you find me another guy who can fucking sing like him. Also, Earl in '73 when the race was stopped. Oh, I'm assuming there's a documentary on the '73 Indy. Yeah, I mean, best body for comic. I mean, I think I do, to be honest with you. Now I'm not saying I'm the most muscular, but because of yoga, I'm pretty lean. I got a great ass. I'm not like, I don't think people are gonna see me down the street and go, "Oh my god, that guy's roiding." But um, and I'm trying to think who else is Aaron Berg, but I don't know if Aaron's over 50. And I'm trying to think comics with good bodies. It's tough. Of course, there's a lot of young, like Matt Rife's got a great body, but he's 28. Well, I mean, I'm up there. I'm in the discussion. Wild Arms 007. Um, well, I'll have to research best gas station boner pill. That's my friend Garnett from Winnipeg. I can be talking to the hottest girl in the world at the Comedy Store, and Garnett will want to talk to me about Blake Wheeler. Get the fuck out of here, dude. So yeah, I mean, Pam, like I said, I tore my ACL in '91. A savage knee-to-knee hit. By the way, after it happened, I still played the game and scored a goal, bitch. And my legs were so strong that for the next 12 years, I didn't realize I had a torn ACL. So, yeah, I mean, I am the Tom Platz of the comedy world. In the late '80s, when I was working at Family Fitness in Beverly Hills, that was my nickname, Baby Platz. I was looking good. And I had good shoulders, so I was called Baby Dutchman after the flexing Dutchman, Barry DeMay, who had some big deltoids. I never had big arms, though. You are old. Yes, I am, Cutfell. Yes, I am. But I guarantee you I have a better body than you. No, I don't even know what you look like. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, Rich Gaspari. I mean, the guys. I was really into bodybuilding, not doing it, but I hearken back to I used to work out at Gold's Gym. Don't ever apologize, Pam. I am. You are a streaming legend in the Earl Skakel world. Definitely a better bod than Tony Falcone. Damn. I want to know who you are, Dr. Nova. No, Cutfill, I'm just fucking around, dude. How can I say I have a better body than you? You could be a jacked bodybuilder. You could look like Lee Labrada. I don't know. I do not have a body of a prime Lex Luger, but guess what? I have a better body than Lex Luger now, bitch. So I win. Just kidding. That was a joke I forgot to do at the Ric Flair roast. I was like, and I was so proud of it. I was like, "Hey, where's Brian Knobs? Give it up for Brian Knobs. He can finally say he looks better than Luger." Hello. Good night. Good day, Pam. I am. Uh, I'm trying to think of back in the day, like in the late '80s, what product I would guzzle down. I would say Joe Weider's Dynamic Body Shaper because it kind of tasted good. And then I saw Bob Paris, who was the first openly gay bodybuilder. I saw him at a bookstore, and I walked up to him. I'm like, "Hey, Mr. Paris, I just want you to know, you're the reason I drink Dynamic Body Shaper because one day I dream about looking like you." And he looks at me and goes, "I don't drink that shit." I'm like, "Oh." John Cena nude at the Oscars made me switch the channel to the NHL network. You could tell he has a little dick, too. Good for him, though. Whatever keeps him off of film set, I'm fine. Metarex was big back in the day. I'm trying to think. It was creatine gummies. They were so fucking good. I think EAS. That's an old sports supplement line, right? EAS. I think they made Metarex. I'm trying to think. What else did I take? Yeah, but they were gummies, creatine gummies. Damn, Dr. Nova coming in hot. Yeah, I mean, he looked pretty good at the Knobs looked good at the Flair roast. I wrote for him, so I had to talk with him a lot, and uh, he's actually a really nice guy, and so is Sags. I got to meet him, and there was the format was the roast was Friday night. Saturday was like a Comic Con for wrestlers, so they were all there. Virgil, Knobs, The Godfather, Jeff Hardy. Um, no, Matt Hardy. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think not Yokozuna, but Rikishi. I mean, I used to take ephedrine. There used to be a store out here. I won't put them on blast, but they still sold it on the DL. Yeah, Virgil was a good dude, like all those posts I would put about him. I was just kidding around. He never owed me $28,000. Um, I mean, just these guys, man. If you're a wrestler from the '80s and still alive, you're ahead of the game. I mean, these in the WWE and ECW and probably AEW. You think AEW in 20 years is going to care what Wardlow's up to? Fuck no. You think AEW cares what Darby Allin's going to be? Darby Allin's going to be in a fucking wheelchair, man. Like that spot he did at Sting's last match, it was just unnecessary. Now I'm sure Sting said, "Hey kid, I'm going to need to rest at some point. So you do a ladder spot. I don't care what it is. You get your shine too." And like, because you could tell when he was up on the ladder, the Young Bucks got out of the way. Like, hey, we don't want to fuck his spot up. So it was like, oh, he's just doing this just to do it. Um, Creatine versus glutamine with glutamine scoop. And I mean, androstenedione, Dion, I took that. And that was what got Mark McGuire in trouble because this is when andro wasn't illegal in baseball. So he had the bottle, I think it was like a purple bottle just in his locker. And I think some sports reporter was like, what's that? No, I wasn't there. I mean, I'm not that old, dingbat. I know Tom Dreesen was heavily involved. Yeah, I mean, this one vitamin store I would go to in West Hollywood, they had a Fedra. They didn't even have it in the back. They openly sold it. But I don't think the DEA is like raiding vitamin stores. But I mean, they do say ephedra can be used to help make speed. So um, I'm sure there are still some stores that sell it. It's like most dick pill. Oh, someone asked me what the best gas station dick pill is. Let me see who was asking that question. I did like some Gaspari drinks. Let me look. Best gas station dick pill. Well, I can't see that anymore. So I would say, the rhinos are the go-to. Also, anything liquid gets in your body faster. I do have horny goat weed pills, when I think the mood is right. The nighttime is the right time, brother. So, I mean, most of these things are placebo effect anyway, to be frank. So, I took a lot of the weight gainers because my metabolism back in the day was pretty fast. I just couldn't gain weight. I just was around 185 to 190 no matter what. I mean, uh, what was that? Muscle Max, I think, has like 1,000 calorie. They did have like 1,000 calorie drink, and you know, I think there's like 200 grams of carbs, which is crazy. And I still couldn't gain weight. I would drink like 2 or 3 of those a day because I don't cook. So any idiot can press start on a blender. Um, so yeah, Argus was on the front lines for that. Twin Labs, are they still in business? Twin Labs. Um, I mean, now I a lot of the supplements I have are from Redcon One because of Kenny Omega, the great Kenny Omega. Um, so that's his supplement that he endorses, the supplement line. I mean that you got well, I mean fentanyl, like I believe, if I'm not mistaken, um, can be or ephedrine, I mean, can be grounded up to make speed. Well, hot workout or hot yoga does. I mean, I lost so much weight doing hot yoga unintentionally. I was going through a very bad breakup about 2017. We won't mention the girl's name. And I was like, I want to do a workout I've never done before, something where I'm scared to do it so my mind won't be on this fucking cunt. And I thought I'll just try hot yoga. I've never done it before. And I would say the first month, I probably lost 15 pounds unintentionally. Like, I looked like I was not anorexic, but people were going, "What are you doing, man? Your face is gaunt." Uh, yeah, mine too, Michaela. I like downward dog 'cause it's hard on my shoulders, like, anything where you're holding up your body weight's good for you, so, like, I feel like downward dog, I'm holding up 195 to 200 pounds of dead weight. Um, I'm impressed you knew how to spell, Savasana. I see. I don't know Vince Champ. I mean, I know he was like a rapist or something in comedy, but that's not very specific. You know how many fucking rapists are in comedy? But I'm the bad guy. Um, that's so I don't speak out anymore. Girls out there, you're on your own. So I like 69. Boing. I bet you do, AC/DC. We're gonna go for another 10 minutes. Let me thank my tippers, the fan funders. Colt C, $1.99. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support, be it financially, or you guys hitting the like button, sharing, talking about it in discords, going on other people's streams and saying, "Hey, Earl's live." I don't think Melton or Kevin or Chad or whoever will mind that I have 29 people in my stream. See, we can all help each other. It doesn't have to be so cutthroat. But that's not the streaming world. The streaming world is gimme, 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 gimme. So I'm trying to stop that. I'm not beholden to the super chats or the gifted memberships or whatever. Sometimes people just give out their PayPal. Give me money. I mean, I still think Kamala should be in the Hall of Fame before Muhammad Ali. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, Muhammad Ali was awesome, but like Kamala gave his fucking literal legs to the business. I mean, these WWE people, they do not treat their employees very well, from shitting on their heads to making Kamala sell art on the side of the fucking road. I don't tell lies. Yeah, I mean, Kevin Brennan's probably like the nicest guy off the air. It's a character. It's like most hockey fighters are the sweetest guys. They do the most charity work. Um, Stu Grimson's like that does all these religious things, and same thing with the wrestling bad guys. Look at Nikita Koloff when he was a bad guy. You think, "Wow, this guy's an asshole." He literally quit wrestling to take care of his sick wife, who ended up passing. Like, um, oh, where did you come see me at the Comedy Store? Thank you for your service. Uh, well, Donald Trump is in the WWE Hall of Fame. That says it all. What a shock that Vince McMahon and Donald Trump would be buddies. But that's okay. Birds of a feather. Yeah, I mean, Brad Maxwell was a tough dude. I think he was a coach on the Kings for a little bit. Uh, well, I mean, I think KB is closer to his character than most. Gay Bar. Oh, I thought that said guys in Barwood. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine trying to fight Bob Probert when he's drunk and fucked up on coke? No thanks. Or Link Gates, the missing link. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't think Vince McMahon will ever be on camera again. Hey, before we go, we got about 5 more minutes. Hit the like button if you can. It does help with the algorithm. And if you can't hit the like button, that's fine. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. There are many ways to help a streaming comic other than super chats. You know, sh- there's just um, all kinds of ways. and I appreciate them all. I appreciate all 28 of you and the 24 who've liked. Well, 80s, 70s hockey players, they've thank you, Dr. Nova. I am a comedy soldier. I don't know if Fred Durst should be in the Hall of Fame, but you know what? They're going to run out of people eventually. I mean, at some point, Kamala's going to get in because they literally have no one left. And I'll put him in the Hall of Fame. You talk about must see TV. I'll keep that shit real. I mean, Kamala had great feuds with Hogan, The Undertaker, and Frankie from the Coco Beware, the Parrotin. Like what? So, and thank you for the women in chat. I believe Michaela was in and out of the stream. I mean, I know Melton's coming back on, I think, in an hour. So we'll wrap it up. It's a nice stream, 30 people in, 25 likes. I mean, this ain't Shuley or Kevin Brennan numbers, but you know what? You got to start somewhere. It's all good, Colt C. I mean, you know, yeah, I mean, that's it. But that was in world class championship wrestling, right? I mean, Kamala was the first wrestler to slam Andre the Giant, but yet everyone acts like Hogan was at WrestleMania. And Kamala slammed him too. I mean, you could tell Kamala never worked out. He was like my brother, Andrew, just a fucking strong dude. Um, I have two brothers and two sisters. Michaela's still in the stream. So we got 3 more minutes, guys. Get those questions in. This was just a quick, I want you guys to want more. I could go to Kevin Brennan's on at 1 o'clock, do a 4-hour stream. I don't do that shit. I don't interview people from the dabble world. Dungeon of Doom with, I believe, Kevin Sullivan and Sheik Adnan. He didn't slam Hulk Hogan. He slammed Thunder Lips. That was a pretty funny role. Well, I don't know. I mean, probably that song he did, Push It. Kamala had a decent singing voice, and he wrote a song, or I don't know if he wrote it, but he sang a song, and it was about Pat Patterson apparently porking the Brooklyn Brawler in the room next door. See, I don't know anything about. I know Felicia. She's been on Inappropriate Earl. Well, that's the new thing right now. Diss tracks, or my friend Ty Rivera went hard on the mothership last week, and that was quite the talk in the Austin comedy community. Uh, yeah, I mean, I don't really want to know how big Hulk Hogan's dick is. If Hulk Hogan has blocked me on Twitter for my sex tape joke, it's like, come on, dude. You were fucking Bubba the Love Sponge wife. Uh, I do think it's funny when you Google Kamala, if you're a wrestling fan, the vice president's name pops up. All right, we got 1 more minute, guys. Get those questions in, concerns, complaints to management. I don't know if he was. I don't think he was. But he should be in the Hall of Fame just for his feuds with Hogan and The Undertaker. I don't know. I never met Gene Okerlund. But there is a funny interview that goes wrong when Gene Okerlund's interviewing Kamala and they break character. It tastes like chicken. I don't know. You're coming in hot there. Cut. But I will be at the Comedy Store, I believe, Saturday night. Possibly the Mothership Thursday night, if you are in Austin, Texas. It will be my debut at the hottest club in the country, basically the Comedy Store of South Texas. So never say never. The wheels are in motion. And his son Todd was quite the hockey player. I know. You're right, Dr. Nova. Well, I mean, I think my best joke at the Ric Flair roast, and I kinda got into trouble for it, I don't know if this made it on the TV. Well, it was a live pay-per-view, so it probably did. Was that like, "Ric Flair's made millions and millions of dollars by Vince McMahon, and he didn't even have to fuck him. Right, Tori?" I was told not to do jokes about Tori and Vince McMahon, but, I'm like a little kid. You tell me not to do something. You tell me not to touch the fire, I wanna touch the fire. But Tori Wilson was very nice. Everyone was nice on the Ric Flair roast. I'm a Gary Hart man myself. All right, we are at the 1-hour stream mark. We're gonna call it a day. I'm still, oh, that's cool. He never I don't think I wanna say he was drafted by the Minnesota North Stars. Is Gary Hart in the Hall of Fame? He should be. I mean, just on managing Abdullah the Butcher and Tim Killer Brooks. It's my favorite wrestling promo. It shows you how low budget they were in the '80s when they're doing a promo in a dirt field, like an oil field, to show how dirty Killer Brooks is. And then a black dude in a Cadillac just pulls up into the shot. It's like, "Hey, Gary Hart." And Gary Hart turns around and goes, "I'm doing some business, my man." So Gary Hart, very underrated manager. You always hear about Lou Albano and Freddie Blassie, Bobby Heenan, but is Pat Dixon funny? I've never seen him do stand up. I don't know. I will meet Pat for the first time um, at Hackamania. So, I mean, I get along with him, but I don't get into personal shit with Pat or anyone else from that world. I mean, I don't believe anything I hear in terms of allegations or whatever. I mean, like you guys know, I had an ex tell people I threw her down a flight of stairs. And I literally, out of all the women I've dated, fucked, whatever, I've never treated a woman better. So, I don't get into other people's shit. Pant can't go. Gino will be there. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've been told virtually nothing about Hackamania. So, I don't know that if Kamala was on Roddy's podcast, that was before I got there. That I don't know. So this is it. Yeah, Bobby Heenan was funny. Uh, Jesse Ventura, very funny. Although, some of the things Jesse Ventura said, like calling a Tito Santana a taco vendor, yeeks. So thank you guys for listening and watching. And yeah, but I didn't know Gino was coming to Hackamania. I got to be honest with you. I think a lot of people are going to drop out of Hackamania. I hope that's not true, but I think when it gets closer to the event and the East Coast guys are like, "Ah, man, I don't want to fly all the way across the country to do a stand-up show in a bar." Like, I can drive there. It's kinda like I was invited to do Rochester. What was it? The first, DabbleCon or whatever it was called, and as the event got closer and closer and it was a snowstorm, and I think it was -1 in Rochester, I'm like, "I'm not flying to do comedy in Buffalo." And, the details on payment were a little light. I mean, I think Shuley said, "Hey, come on out. We'll pay you what we can." But I'm a detail freak. I'm gonna need, "Hey, Earl, you're getting 2 grand. Here's a hotel. Blah blah blah." I can't. I don't do gigs in Los Angeles unless I know the details. Uh, I can't imagine Gino is. Well, no dabble. We don't do the dabble talking here, GGB. But we're about to end the stream anyway, so um, I've done Pat's stream a few times. I mean, he goes for like 4 hours. I mean, both times I did it, it was like, God damn, we just did a 4 hour stream. But I can't do that. I think my peak is about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours if we're having fun. Um, I can't do a 3 to 5 hour stream. I don't know how Kevin does it 6 days a week. It's unbelievable to me. But that's why he has, 1,000 people in his stream and makes, I don't know what he makes a day in super chats. But I got to start worrying about myself. So we'll do a stream tomorrow, maybe. Maybe it'll be in the morning. This was a nice, 25 people for me is a lot. So, we're just going to keep on building this stream. I appreciate the support. I will be at the Comedy Store this weekend, possibly the Mothership. So, um, you know, be aware, have fun. I appreciate the support. Oh, I thought you meant I have 2 mods. I've told them don't block anyone, don't ban anyone. The only thing, if you hear any racist shit, get rid of that. Good afternoon, Dr. Nova. Brennan makes so well, it adds up. I mean, if you figure, Melton's the guy to ask because he does like super detailed breakdowns. But Kevin, I would say, has between 800 and 1,000 people in his chat every day. You figure 100 of those people are routinely throughout that 3 to 4 hour stream super chatting him. That adds up. Now he's also got to pay Adam and the guests. So, uh, but I know my first month of streaming, and I probably averaged anywhere from 20 to 40 people in the stream. I made $700. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, and it's not when you see Shuli making 1,000 a day and Kevin or whatever. But so if I've got 30 to 40 people and I'm making 700 a month around there. Can you imagine what someone who has 1,000 people? So 30 grand a month, it sounds, very plausible. You take away the taxes and who he's got to pay, he probably clears 15 to 20 grand a month. So why the hell people give him shit for not doing stand up anymore? Why the hell would you want to do stand up when you can just sit in your underwear and make money? Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll leave YouTube and stop and start on Twitch. I don't know. Yeah, I do find it like uh, I don't know if creepy is the right word, but like I don't care what other people make, you know. Listen, do I wish I was doing better with the super chats? Yeah, I probably do, to be honest with you. But I my super chat money is my voiceovers, so I can afford to do like what have we made in this stream right now? $2. Do I wish it was 100 or 200? Yeah, who wouldn't? Money's money, baby. But, hey, fuck it. Got 27 people in here. It's pretty good. I probably would be better off if I did it at the same time every single day, but I'm still trying to not manipulate, but I'm still trying to figure out the algorithm for me. Like, uh, right now I haven't, to be completely honest with you. But, $2 is $2. It's more than I had before the day started. Stealthy Geek, are you new in the stream? Are you coming in hot? I am the daddy man of the people. And I know that taking the stance that I do in here, like the positivity, uh, and the no dabble talk, I'm hurting my stream from a financial point. Believe me, I would be the best roaster in the Dabbleverse. I was blessed with quickness. So there's nothing anyone's going to say that I haven't heard 1,000 times. But I'm just not interested in that stuff. Um, well, I do think eventually the problem with super chats are that, there's like a group of 5 or 6 who kind of dominate the field. Like that guy David Chandler, he's dropping like a lot of money, and so like when you see David Chandler in your stream, you start to like kiss his ass, and I get it. I mean, I've seen the guy drop like $500 super chats a couple times a day too. So I don't know what he does for a living, but like, um, I do think that, and I realize for me it's hard because I realize I do pretty much read every question in the stream, and that's doesn't really motivate people to super chat me. So it's like, Kevin doesn't. He doesn't read any free questions, and that makes people want, so I get the strategy of like doing that, but I don't necessarily need the money. But hey, I like money. I'm Jewish. Um yeah, I mean, I think my stream is the alternative. Like I love the most of the people in the Dabbleverse streams, so I welcome them here. We just don't talk about it. I mean, what can I say? Like, there's about 10 streams in the Dabbleverse. You've got Steel Toe, Shuli, Melton, Chad, um, Kevin, the corn diff guy, Cardiff, Insufferable Bastards, you know, BYB, um, Win by Two. So, if you want shit talking, there's 10 shows that do it. So, well, but I also realize 80s metal and hockey and pro wrestling talk, it's a niche market. So, I'm trying to get those fan bases in here because how fun would this stream be with like a couple hundred people in here talking wrestling, hockey? I mean, I like Carlos Danger. I've done a show. Well, I mean, listen, I'm friends with pretty much in the Dabbleverse, but I just find it incredibly repetitive. And so I'm not really um, interested in being the 12th podcast to jump on Stuttering John or talk about, I don't know, Ray or Stevie Lou or Joey C. Like, it's just not interesting to me. But, I don't think I'm that interesting to them, so it's all right. But I understand, like, um, having, Kevin is the master troll with the stream chats and the guests. Like, I don't think half the people Kevin has on realizes you're on so Kevin can make fun of you because he's very good at it. So, because Kevin has a great poker face, whether he thinks something are funny or isn't funny, it's the same look on his face. I'm a fan, but I stopped doing MLC because I just don't think I add anything to it. Yeah, I mean, I think that's I think the whole Dabbleverse is close to imploding because there really aren't any new victims. They need new victims, new targets. And I know within the last month or so when people started, not, I wouldn't say attacking me, but kind of roasting me. Oh, this guy sucks, or this guy's background is worse than Kevin's. It's like when you're down to roasting me or stream sniping me, it's over, Johnny. Like you've run out of ideas, baby. So, you know, I'm just, I don't think I'll ever be a guest on anyone's stream again. So that's all. Because, like you guys know how I roll. If you want to say something to me, say it to my face. Come to Hackamania and say it to my face. I doubt you will. Oh man, Earl, we're great, man. We love you. Okay. And then the next week they're back to talking shit. No, I don't do that. I don't do Zoom roast. Well, I mean, I can lose. I lost 3 times in roast battle, but I also won 9 against the toughest competition. So that is all, guys. I appreciate you guys listening. We just talk here. There's no stream sniping. So Melton, I think, is live again. So go watch Melton. Okay, go watch MLC tonight. Pat Dixon at 8. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.